welcome back to the channel. So since the last video, I went ahead and did 2 of the mountains the way that I plan on doing them, but I left one for us to do together. That way you can see it all done. And these are the colors that I chose. I am going to zoom you in, and I'll move that color combo card as well so that you can see it. There we are. So now I'm going to start with my Van Dyke Brown, and I'm going to go along the edges here. Oh, see, I missed a couple of tree trunks before. It's okay, we'll get them filled in too. All right, so I'm just going along the edges here to begin with. Kind of. And then, again, I'm doing this with light pressure. And then anywhere where something sticks out, I am going to try to put a shadow in with this color, even if it's just a very thin one. So that's what I'm doing now. I also realized after I stopped filming that for the lighthouse, I had forgot to do the, here, I'll pull it down. Forgot to do the little roof here, so I just went ahead and did this the same way as that one with the same colors. So, if you're following along, that's how I did that. Alright, so I'm going to take this Van Dyke Brown now and try to go along the bottom of all of these leaves at the edge so that it gives us a little shadow on this mountain. Just like that. Just a little. Because they are laying on the mountain, so it would create a little shadow. So just like that. Now we're going to move on to our beaster. Beastra, however you say that. So I hope everyone is doing well. And that you're having some better weather. Ours has gotten warmer for sure. We are getting a lot of rain now though. So there's that, but I would take the rain and the warm temperatures over snow and ice any day of the week. I forgot these here, so I'm going back in with the Van Dyke Brown, just along where these overlap, or where they hang over the mountain, just like that. Okay, I'm back with the beaster. Okay, and then lightly, super lightly with this beaster, it's barely even grazing the paper. I'm going to go across the area I left white. Just like that. And now I'm going to take my ivory and go over everything. Blend it in. And get rid of the white spot. And you can always go back in with another layer of your darkest color or any or all of the colors that you that we used, if you would like, to deepen this up. I'm not sure if I will on this one, but if I do, it'll be off camera. So just to save on time. I've not had a lot of, I've had issues rather with the longer videos as of recently, so trying to keep them shorter. All right, got me a little sip of my tea. Now we're gonna move on to our house, and yes, this is not your typical color for a house, but I really like this combination, and I think that it will go very nicely with this teal combination that we used on the water. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna start with my Venetian red. Again, kind of just go along. It's really small, so we'll do our best here, but I'm gonna go along all the edges of the house, putting more of a shadow where something overlaps. Okay, and then I don't know why I said and then. Don't mind me, y'all know I'm crazy. Anyway, all right. So, and we can't forget this little piece here sticking out, our garage or whatever that is. Okay, so I'm gonna deepen this up a little here. All right. And I'm also going to do this little piece of chimney here with this combination. Okay. Just take that around the outside edge. And then there's one more thing we're going to use this combination for, but I'll wait until we finish the house and then we'll do that. So next is cinnamon. I'm just going over what we laid down and bring that out some. You always want to make sure you leave a feathered edge to anytime you're blending colors to make it easier for your next color to blend into. So that's what I'm doing there. Some of this we're going to use some gel pen on. Some glitter gel pen, because we have to add glitter to the page. It's a must here at DJ's Colorful Escape. All right, so next is light flesh. Now I do know apparently the if you have a newer set of Polychromos, the light, medium, and dark flesh in my set would have a different name in your set, and I offhand do not know what those are. But I'm sure that with a little searching, that could probably be found. So if you need to know what those colors are, leave me a comment and I will try to find for you the names of the new colors. But now the number for the light flesh, if that makes it easier for you, is 132. All right, so for the roof and the door for the house, we are going to use this right here, which is our walnut brown. That's not my colors. Over here, walnut brown, nougat, and warm gray too. So again, kind of similar to the house, along the edges. Getting tongue-tied today. But that's nothing unusual. Okay. And then down here for our little garage. And I'm going to take this and go over these lines and kind of extend them even further. Kind of make it look like slats or shingles. And there's a little piece that hangs down right here, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this color there. And then we'll do the garage door and the front door with this as well. All right, and now we're gonna move on to nougat. I can hear the rain kicking up outside. I love that sound. All right, so just gonna kind of fill in most of that. And then again, like we did on the mountain, just barely grazing the paper with this nougat. Okay, just kind of like that. Same with the door. We'll go along the edge, but then we'll just go over the whole thing kind of lightly. And then we're gonna take our warm gray 2, as I'm knocking everything around, sorry about that. And we're gonna go over everything. And blend it all together. Just like that. All right. Oops, missed this door. Hold on. Sorry about that. It's so tiny. There we go. So we got that one too. All right, and the windows we will do with glitter gel pen. So I do want to get these trees really fast that I forgot earlier. With the beaster and the ivory again. Just take the beaster where the tree trunk starts, and then where it meets the ground. And then we'll go and fill the rest of that gap in with the ivory, blending that out. Just kind of like that. Actually, I want to deepen this one up a little more than that. And that one too. Okay, there we go. All right, so next will be our lighthouse. For that, let's see, we are going to use some blues. I want this lighthouse to be blue and with the silver roof. All right, so let me grab my blues. First is the Helio Blue Reddish. And I am going to leave some parts of this to do with the silver gel pen. So we'll go around the outside of this square. This part and this part's going to be silver gel pen. So we'll come along here, along all the outside edges, and then along where it meets the mountain. Of course, we'd have more shadow there. And then under under all the rest of the windows, we want more of a darker tone. Okay. And then here, because this sticks out the side, we're gonna put more of a shadow here, as well as under this roof line. and just a tiniest bit along the outside edge, just like that. All right, so now cobalt blue greenish is next. And with that, we'll just go over what we did. Extend it a bit. Okay. All right. Oh, and I messed this up here, I think I did. Okay. Next is phthalo blue. I don't know why I'm trying to read it off these pencils instead of off my card. It's easier to read my jumbo writing than it is the tiny print on the pencils, but you know, it's okay. All right, and then lastly is our sky blue. And with that, we'll just blend everything together. It is really raining now. It's really coming down. All right, so get all that filled in. Again, with the windows, we're gonna use a yellow glitter gel pen. And let's see. All right, so there's one more thing I want to do before we start doing our accents. This kind of line here, I see as being like the dirt or the sand. So I'm gonna use the beaster along this line. Okay, and then blend up. Not gonna worry too much if I run over that. It might just look like there's some of that showing under the water. I don't know. Anyway, but too, it could be covered up, so it's all good. All right, so like that, and then we'll take the ivory and go over it and blend that out. Okay. All right, and so with these same two colors, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move down here to the very bottom, because we are now looking at the bottom of the ocean. So this down here, I would say would be sand. So again, with our beaster along that bottom edge, and then take our ivory and blend that out just like that. Just like that. And we have a little shell laying here in our sand. And that shell is the other thing that I wanted to use, this color combination that we used on the house for. So, with the Venetian red, I go along this edge and this edge, and then along these lines here. Okay, and then go over that with the cinnamon. And lastly, with the light flesh. Just like that. And that brings that color down further in the picture as well. All right, so let me zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole image for a minute, hopefully. All right, now what we're gonna do is use our gel pen to finish up. Also though, before we do that, what did I do with, Let's see what did we use on? I don't think I had a color combination card for the water. That's what I'm thinking. But cobalt green, turquoise, and turquoise. Wait a minute. No, I'm not sure. Okay, 1 second. Let me find this combination that we used. And then we will fill in our little water drops. And green blue, which I have here. No, I don't. Oh. Guess I have it in here. Yeah. So our Indanthrene blue, dark cobalt green, deep cobalt green, cobalt green, and light cobalt turquoise. Okay, that's the colors that we used for the water. So I am going to do these little water drops with these same colors. And let me zoom you back in. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Which, super simple. Just start here at this part of the drop with the darkest color, our Indanthrene blue. And then fade it out. And then next is our deep cobalt green. Go over that and fade it out. All right. Next is our cobalt green. I don't think I'm going to do like a background on this, at least not yet. I may decide at a later day and time to add one, but I don't really think it needs one right now. So I think once we do our last little embellishments, we'll be done. And I do really like the way it's turning out so far. So, okay. So, let's zoom back out. Okay. So, I'm going to use some Tamet glitter gel pens. And for the windows, I'm doing glitter yellow so that they look like there's a light on in the window. And I am going to do this for all of them. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's see. Maybe, yep, there we go. And then our circle window. Alright, that's all of that. Next, we're going to take our glitter silver gray from the Tamets. And we're going to do the very tip top of this chimney, the chimney cap. And we're going to do these couple of lines here on the lighthouse. Okay. And, oh, and at the very bottom, I do want to do the key in silver as well. There we go. And okay, next is going to be the Glitter Grass Green. That's a tongue twister. We're going to fill in these couple of plants that we left with this. Okay. So like that one. And then we'll do this one here. Okay. This one's a little easier to fill in. To fill in quickly, that is. Maybe. Maybe not. Anyway. Alright. So we got that filled in. Next, we are going to use Glitter Chestnut Brown for the, like unicorn horn type, whatever, on the narwhal, because the pictures that I looked up, that's about, it looked like a brownish kind of color. So that's what we're going to do. Sorry, grabbing another sip of tea. And I am going to take this section by section. And honestly, if you wanted to, you could alternate each section with a different shade to give it some variety. There we go. Just like that. And then the last thing we're gonna do, just double checking that I didn't forget anything. Yeah, the last thing we're gonna do is add some white gel pen and other accents. So, and I'm just gonna do a little bit. I'm not gonna do, because there's a lot of bubbles on this page. I'm gonna zoom you back in a little bit. I am not gonna do them all and do everything, but I am gonna do a little bit. So where these dots are, take the gel pen and kind of go over those dots with the gel pen. And then maybe go over these lines too. And then I have another product here that I am planning on doing a coloring on a budget video with, to share with you. And it's going to be coming out really soon. But there are these double-ended acrylic paint markers that I picked up. One side is a brush tip, like that. And the other side is a dot marker, but it's white acrylic paint. And the dot marker works great so far from my experience. I have used it on a few things, playing with it, testing it out. And now, like with these dot markers, excuse me, the size of the dot is determined by how much pressure you apply when you set it down on the page. So that's what I will be using to do all of these with. But now, of course, if you don't have one of these, or anything like this, you can use the white gel pen and just outline the circles and or fill them in to get a similar effect. But yeah, I just want to get one section of these done, and then I'll do the rest off camera. But yes, I do like these markers. Like I said, there will be a Coloring on a Budget coming out very, very soon. I think it's the first one I'm going to film for all the products I have that I'm planning on showing. Is going to be this one to show you all about these markers. Because honestly, I think it's worth it to get them just for the dot tip alone. So that's how that's gonna be, and that kind of almost gives it like a foam kind of effect. And I just laid my finger in that. No wet gel pen. Well, at least I didn't smear it. Okay, so just gonna keep adding some little dots there just to kind of give you an idea. All right, so, and then the other side is a brush. So let's see how the brush isn't quite as good as the dot side, but if you do more than one layer, then it definitely works a little better. So yeah. All right. Alright, so yeah, I will be finishing up most of this off camera. I just really wanted you all to see how I planned on doing this. And these you did not have to prime. They come, you know, already activated basically. Yeah, you don't have to prime them or anything like that. So now these other ones, I probably will go over those with the white gel pen instead of the dot marker, because it's only showing part of like the bubbles. So, but all right, I'm gonna zoom out enough so that you can see the whole page. There we are. And this is what it is looking like. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I hope you are too, and I hope you enjoyed these few different videos. If you did, please, or if you enjoy videos like these even, please do leave me a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you have not done so already, please do consider subscribing to the channel. We would love to have you here. And if, sorry, woo, my brain. And please also leave me a comment. Leave me a comment about anything. Let me know if you're doing this, if you're not, if you've already done the page, whatever, anything at all. I just love being able to communicate with you all. And until next time, stay safe and happy coloring. Remember, spread joy like glitter, and you'll leave a little sparkle wherever you go. Bye, guys.